This is video 4 of 8 covering the Exam 1 study guide. We're starting this video at the top of page 9. We're going to do the chapter 13 computational problems or practice problems in this video. We're going to start with a horizontal financial statement analysis. Horizontal analyses, remember, compare across time. So I'm always getting the difference between time, so current minus prior, divided by the first period, the prior period, to get the percent change from that period to now. We are asked to round to 2 decimal places. So we'll start here. 678 minus 563 . 115 divided by 563, 20.43. $411 minus 385. Sorry about that. 26.385. 6.75. Hush, Teddy. 267 minus 178. $40 minus 45 is negative 5. So negative 11.11. 27 minus 30, negative 3 over 30. Negative 10%. 42 minus 22. 20 over 22. 90.91. I'm going to 9 minus 97. 12.37. 158 minus 81. 95.06. So I can't really check that work. Everything, all the relationships have been distorted. Going to continue here with the balance sheet, still doing a horizontal analysis, which means I'm still doing Current minus prior over prior. $65 minus 51. $26.24. 44 minus 54, negative 1,000. $18.52. 124 minus 115. $7.83. $25 minus 30. Negative 16.67. Negative 60. $10.53. Negative 30 over 60. $37.50. 33,300 minus 24. $38.17. Okay, with vertical analyses, I can check my work. So I'm on an income statement, which means that my basis will be total sales or total revenue. So I've got total sales here. I'm going to divide everything by that. Also note that I don't care about last year. I only care about this year. So I'm going to cross that out. Just writing each of these down. Two decimal places, that's 100.00. 60.62. 39.38. 5.90. 3.98. 6.19. 16.08. 23.30. Note this is a vertical statement, so I can compare and see if I can test out these relationships to see if they work out right. So 100 minus 60.62. 39.38, that works. Sum these up. 5.9 plus 3.98 plus 6.19. Slight rounding error, that's okay. 39.38 minus 16.07 gives me 23.31. Still a bit of rounding error, but that's still really close and still really solid support of us doing that right. Okay, the balance sheet. Add up all my assets. I get total assets of $317,700. Remember, you got to subtract that because it's in brackets. So every single one of these but I still do not care about that column. Okay, let's check these. Didn't DQ out to 100, so that's solid. Little rounding error, but that is perfectly fine. That is very close. You'll have several multiple choice questions that will deal with ratios. So I've pulled down this info here from the previous pages, from this balance sheet, from this income statement info. These numbers came from there. You should know that when we're looking at these, when we're doing these ratios, we're concerned about calculating the most current or the most recent, because those are probably the most relevant. So I've narrowed down my information from the income statement to just the most recent year. And I've kept both years around for the balance sheet because sometimes we have to calculate averages. Okay. Remember that you'll be provided the ratios, the formulas. You just need to know how to apply them. So don't waste time memorizing. This time we're asked to calculate account receivable turnover. Here is my formula, sales over average AR. My sales is right there, that's 678. My average receivables, I'll be at 65 and 51. Gonna get an average from them. So 58,000 is my average receivable. So now I have sales, 678, average receivables to 58. Rounding to 2 decimal places. So my answer is 11.69 times. We collected, we sold and collected our account receivables. So we made credit sales and we collected those credit sales approximately 11.69 times, which is about what we would expect. It's almost 12. We think that they're going to pay us about in about 30 days, so that's about a month out, so that's perfect. That's a good sign. Days sales uncollected. Note that you're rounding up to the next whole day, even if your calculation was below that 0.5 threshold, you're rounding up. Here's my formula. Account receivable net, note that that does not say average. If it says something like that, it means you want the most recent one, if it doesn't say average. So, my most recent account receivable would be that $65,000. And then I need average daily sales. So to get a daily average, I take the account balance for the year and I divide it by 365 days. So my annual sales was $678,000. That was how much I had in sales for a year. That means I averaged per day that much. So I would take my account receivable net, so that's $65,000, over average daily sales, that means I've got 65,000 So round up to the nearest day. $35 days. Alternatively, I could have just rounded this number, taken the 65,000, divided by 1,000 $857.53. I would have still come out with almost exactly the same number. Slight rounding differences, but very similar. Current ratio. So these numbers came from here. I pulled my current assets, everything up to equipment, and then current liabilities, everything from accounts payable down to income tax payable. I excluded notes payable. And now I'm going to add those up. Do 2,700 for current assets. 25 plus 6 plus 3,400. $34,400 for current liabilities. $6.42. I'm rounding to 2 decimal places. This ratio indicates that the current assets, I have enough current assets on hand to cover my current liabilities as they come due, 6.42 times. So, these amounts, same as above. Now I'm going to use them to calculate working capital. That's my formula, current assets minus current liabilities. $186. 300. Next, earnings per share. So note I have no preferred shares. If I have no preferred shares, then there's no preferred dividends. That means preferred dividends would equal 0. I have 44,000 common shares outstanding. Net income was that 158. So 158,000 minus 0 over 44,000 shares outstanding. So 158 divided by 44,000 is 359. $3.59 per share. Price to earnings ratio. I need market price per share common stock. It says they're trading at $8.84. So that is my market price. whatever they're trading at. I need earnings per share, which I just calculated up here at $3.59. $8.84 divided by 359, 2.46. We're going to put it at 2 decimal places. This indicates that for every dollar in earnings, the market pays $2.46 for the stock, or they will pay 2.46 times whatever earnings per share is. Inventory turnover. So this is your formula. You need cost of goods sold over average inventory. My cost of goods sold $411,000. Average inventory. Need to get the average. Here's my inventory. I've got 63,800. Plus 51,000 divided by 2. Oopsie. I think I've got a mistake. Oh, sorry, that's account receivable. I need these two. 63,800 and 86,500. $153,000 divided by 2. My average is 75,150. So $411,000 over 75,150 in average inventory. $5.47. So what this means is that I've equivalently sold my entire inventory 5.47 times during this year. Okay, days, sales, and inventory. I got that average right up there. $75,150. My average daily cost of goods sold, just like with sales, I get that by taking the account balance for the year and dividing by 365 days. So, cost of goods sold for this year is $411,000. $411,000 divided by 365 days. 1126.03. That's my average daily cost of goods sold. Day sales in inventory. $66.74, which I would round up to 67 days. Alternatively, so you could have calculated this. You could have also just used this fraction. You could have taken that and said 75,150 $411,000 66.74, basically the same. Some minor rounding differences possibly, but you still come out to the same answer. That means I have enough in inventory to cover 67 days worth of sales on average. Okay, that is the end of video 4 covering the chapter 13 problems. If you have any issues, just let me know.